it's black and white and has a little touch of red? You might have guessed it, a downy woodpecker. My name is Lucila Fernandez and I work with the Conservation Department here at Tracy Aviary. We go out and we get to look at birds in the area, and I thought it might be fun to take you on a little birding adventure with me. So a lot of people wonder, do woodpeckers get headaches? Because they're pecking into that wood quite a bit looking for little insects. Maybe they're building a nest in there. And I'm going to explain to you some special tools that the woodpeckers have, otherwise called adaptations. Something that I find really fun about woodpeckers is, unlike us, where we stick out our tongue and it retracts back into our mouth, their tongue retracts all the way back around their head. Isn't that crazy? And that's kind of for storage. The woodpeckers also have these really strong neck muscles, and that kind of protects their head from the amount of pecking that they do. And lastly, they have a really thick skull. So when people say in humans, wow, you have a thick skull, it's all about being stubborn in us. For this bird, the thick skull is all about protection. The other thing that the woodpecker has in common with other woodpeckers is this really stiff tail. So you'll see on this stuffed animal, the tail is kind of like flat and stiff. The reason why you'll see that in real woodpeckers is that they use this as a balance against the tree. So woodpeckers are very acrobatic, especially this little guy, the downy woodpecker. He loves hopping kind of sideways on the tree. He has the ability to go backwards down the tree really readily. That tail gives him the ability to kind of hop around and keep his balance against the tree trunk. So look for the bird that's kind of like zigzagging up the trunk, kind of coming back down and just like constantly on the move. And in the males, you might see a little flash of red on the back. The most characteristic thing though is this white stripe on the back of its body. We call that a field mark because that makes it really distinctive and really easy to tell that bird apart from other woodpeckers. So I know a lot of us are kind of cooped up inside nowadays. If you have the ability to go outside to a park, I want to present a challenge to you because we're kind of at a very exciting time of the year for a lot of the birds that we're seeing here in our parks and in our mountain trails. Now look to see if you find a woodpecker pecking into a tree kind of in the same spot over and over again. That might mean that it's trying to build a nest. What's really cool about the downy woodpecker is that both the male and the female of the pair work together to kind of create this hole into a tree to create a nice and safe place for their chicks. Now, which trees do they select? They look for the trees that are dying. Often these trees have a fungus in it that make the wood a little softer, and it helps them kind of chip away at it. Now, the fun thing that I love about the woodpeckers is just how deep they go into the tree. So think about the downy woodpecker. It's maybe a bird about like 4 inches or so. It makes a hole, maybe with the size of like 1.5 inches in diameter for its entrance. But then if it can, it will peck into the tree as much as 6 inches to even a foot deep into the tree. Isn't that incredible? So for today, I'm going to pose a black and white challenge to you. Go ahead and be on the lookout for any animals with a black and white pattern, maybe from your window, from your home, or if you go out to a local park, and let us know about it in the comments below. Thanks so much for birding with us today, and we look forward to speaking with you next time.